Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today is going to be kind of a cool video because I'm actually doing a library tour, which I have not ever done a library tour. So yeah, I'm actually going to do one today. And I really like how my bookshelves look right now. So they decorated it for fall. So it's got these fall leaves and pumpkins and stuff all around. So yeah, it's kind of why I'm doing my tour. I'm not going to go super in depth into the tour. Kind of just going to give you kind of an overall view of it. And I'm actually only going to show you half of my library / office because I do share my office with my dad. So one side is my half, the other side is his half. His half is kind of messy, and he'd probably kill me if I showed it online. So we're just gonna do my side. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, I'll kind of show you my kind of desk area. I've got my file cabinet there, my desk over here, with some fall colored looking flowers, fall colored flowers. So this is my desk pretty much, and got a ton of boxes everywhere. My laptop, and then over here I've got my stack of the books I am currently reading right now, which I've always got like 6 or 7 books that I'm reading right now, so you can kind of see the pile back there. Game of Thrones and Order of the Phoenix are 2 on the bottom that I've been reading for forever since last year. I really need to finish them. But yeah, those are my currently reading. And then these 2 books right here underneath my phone are pretty much books that I borrowed from a friend of mine, and I really need to return them soon because I've had them for forever. And then my TBR jar right there next to my currently reading books. And just some notebooks over here. My planner and my notebooks where I write down my video ideas. So that's pretty much my desk. I've got like an old bookcase over here, but it's pretty much empty. The bottom, it's got some textbooks, and then the top has some of my medical supplies, so nothing really fun there. So these are my bookshelves. So if you notice kind of a change in lighting, it's because I was filming this in the morning when there was natural light outside, and then halfway through filming, my battery died on me, so I couldn't continue till now, and well, now it's dark outside, so I'm using the lamp in the office. So if the lighting looks different in here, that's why. So these are my shelves, and as you can kind of see, I did some fall decorations. I've got the leaves up top and like pumpkin decorations on each shelves. So yeah, I'm not gonna pull out each book, but I'll kind of give you an overall look at each of my shelves and kind of how I organize them. So starting over here at the very top shelf is my middle grade shelf, and it's got my Harry Potter books, the School for Good and Evil book trilogy, some Percy Jackson. Kind of see my Hermione pop figure up there. And then we move down to the next shelf, which is dystopian. So I've got my Divergent Hunger Games, and let's see, some post-apocalyptic, the Arcana Chronicles. And then the next shelf down, and on this shelf I've got my little Hunger Games pin, the Mockingjay pin. It's on that shelf as well. Then the third shelf down is some more dystopians, the Delirium series, the Ugly series, the Selection series, so a couple more dystopian books. And then it goes into Christian fiction at the end. I have a few of those. And then down the next shelf is some fantasies, the Throne of Glass series, Ember and Ashes, Fallen Kingdoms, the first two books, The Red Queen, Half Bad, and then we've got my Edgar Allan Poe book with the raven next to it. It's kind of hard to see the raven because it's so dark in that corner right there. Let's see if I can get a little closer. So there's the Edgar Allan Poe and the raven. Again, it's kind of hard to see because it's so dark in that corner. And then the very bottom shelf is some more fantasy books. The Incarnate series, Kiss of Deception, Rebel Bell. So yeah, some more of my fantasy books down there. This entire shelf in the middle is my Paranormal Bookshelf. So on the very top shelf, I've got all my witch books, so all the books that's got witches in them. So Hexed, Beautiful Creatures, Spellcaster, and then I got this little sign from Michael's that says Best Witches. I got that from their Halloween section of the store. I thought it'd be perfect for my witch shelf, so I got it. The second shelf here is my angel books. So books that have angels in it. We have the Fallen series, Angel Fall, Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. So it goes from angels and then kind of into dragons and trolls and then fairies at the very end. So that's what this shelf is. And then the next shelf down is some more angels, Nephilim. This is my Cassandra Clare shelf, or half of it is Cassandra Clare. So as you can see, the Infernal Devices series, the Bane Chronicles, Lady Midnight, and then the Mortal Instruments. So half the shelf is taken up by Cassandra Clare because I just love her books. So once I get all her books, I'm pretty much going to need a whole shelf just for her. But yeah, so far she's got half of the middle shelf. And then the other half is mermaids and sirens. Then the next shelf down is ghost and horror. There's a lot of ghosts on the shelf and, horror as well. So The Dead House, Name of the Stars, Doc and Jack the Ripper. So yeah, these are my horror shelf / ghost. I originally had the Edgar Allan Poe on this shelf, but then when I got the Raven, and I wanted to put the Raven next to my Edgar Allan Poe and kind of display it. I didn't have enough room on the shelf to do that, so that's why I kind of moved Poe onto my fantasy shelf. And then the very bottom here are my vampire books. It starts off with vampires with The Coldest Girl in Cold Town and Twilight series, Vampire Academy. And then it goes into some aliens with the Lux series and the Fifth Wave. And then finally we've got some zombies at the end with Something Strange and Deadly. So this shelf is vampires, aliens, and zombies. So that's pretty much this whole middle shelf here. Like I said, this is my paranormal bookshelf. And then we get to this last shelf here. So we'll start up top. So the very top shelf are my nonfiction books. So I've got some Christian nonfiction books, and I've got some autobiographies up there. So that's what's on the top shelf. Some mythology books as well. So pretty much all my nonfiction is up top here. And then this second shelf are my fairy tale retellings. So we got the Lunar Chronicles, the Wrath on the Dawn, Dorothy Must Die series. So these are all my retellings. Third shelf here kind of starts off with some historical fiction, goes into a couple classics, 1984, and then goes, the second half is contemporary. I've got a bunch of Ellen Hopkins books, which I want to get all of her books, so I'm working on getting them all, because I really like her writing, so, but yeah, it's my contemporary. I got half the shelf is contemporary, which you wouldn't really think I'd have this many contemporary books, because if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know I'm not a huge contemporary reader, but most of the contemporary books on this shelf have like really serious, kind of heavy topics. And if I'm gonna read contemporary, I would rather have like serious, heavy topics. I don't really do much fluffy, light contemporary reads. I do have a couple, which you can see. I have To All the Boys I Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You. So I do have a couple of the more fluffy contemporary, but for the most part, most of them are serious topics. Ellen Hopkins, always very serious. I've got Speak and Winter Girls by Laurie House Anderson, who she is also one that deals with serious, heavy topics. Winter Girls, which I read a couple years ago, is about a character with an eating disorder. So yeah, I like more, if I'm gonna do contemporary, I do more heavy topics. And then the next shelf down is my adult books. So, and I'm going to need another shelf for the adult books, because I am getting quite a bit of adult books, venturing out more and getting more adult books. So I've got the Game of Thrones series you can see there. We've got the Queen of the Tearning, the Bone Season, Red Rising, Mistborn. So yeah, a couple adult books there. And then on the very bottom, I've got my mystery and psychological thrillers down here. I've got The Diviners, The Darkest Corners. I've got Mara Dyer there as well. And then you can't really see it, but kind of behind the Diviner, or behind The Darkest Corners, I have some time travel books as well. So the Ruby Red trilogy and the Firebird series. So a couple of time travel down there, but then mostly mystery and psychological thriller. So that's pretty much it for my bookshelf tour. I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but just haven't gotten around to it till now. So yeah, those are my shelves. And that's it for this video, you guys. So I will see you soon with another one. Bye.